I'm your host, Mickey G. And boy, is the NFL hard to predict. That's right, folks. I went 9-7. Not the best. Brings our total now to 134-90. Which I'm not that proud of. Definitely better than last year. I think I was. If not, well then, yay me. But, well, let's get into it, boys, and let's start out with the fact that I went 1-2 in the special games this week, which is not an epic victory royale. No siree. I got the crap fest right, so that's good. But that was the Bengals and Raiders. So basically, I just had to bet on the fact that the Raiders weren't playing the Steelers, and I was good. So that was fun. Then we also have our game of the week, which really was. Steelers ended up being the Patriots. My personal opinion, I think Bill Belichick coached the worst game of his life. For two specific reasons, among others as well. But the two big ones were the fact that they had fourth down and one, right? There's about 30 seconds left in the first half. They have 3 timeouts, and they're getting the ball in the second half. So if they go down and score here, just even a field goal, and then they start out the opening drive of the second half with, a score as well, that puts them in a very good position against the Steelers, right? But instead, he did something very strange. He sent the offense out there. They stayed out there, and then they left the field. And then the punt team came on, and they punted the ball. And they were either past 50 or just about to pass 50 when he made this decision. So it was a very confusing thing. And then in the final drive, the last 4 downs of the game, they have the ball on the 15, okay? They can still get a first down. And the last 2 or 3 plays are, all streaks. When the Steelers have, 4 deep, right? And if they dump it off to, James White on, a screen or, just, a comeback or something, he can dance his way, get 5 yards, second down, get another 5, or so. Now you have a first down. Maybe on second down you go the all flies route, okay? But now it's third down. You still have 2 downs, okay? And you have a decent amount of time left, okay? Then here you get the first down, okay? So now you have a first down. Now you have 4 more downs to score. And you're on the 5-yard line. If you don't score from 5, it's 4 downs, 5 yards away, then I get it. But they're crossing routes or just anything. There were so many different plays that he could have called, and he just called 3 flies. And it made no sense to me. I don't know. I was also wrong in the upset of the week. The Titans blew out the Giants 17-0. So that was not very good for them. Moving on to the rest, the Thursday night game was a very good game, down to the wire, and the Chargers going for 2. That takes some big balls right there. Getting the dub, and now they have a chance at the division title. So that division could play out very interestingly. So keep watching that. Then there was the Browns, who won on Saturday over the Broncos in a game that I did not think they would be able to win. For the simple fact that they're away, and they play horribly away. But Broncos really just kind of gave the game away there. So good job, Browns. Then there's the Texans who beat the Jets. A close one. Then there was the Bills who were able to beat the Lions. So good job there. And the Colts annihilated the Dallas Cowboys. Big L for the Cowboys there. They just thought that they were good. And then the Colts were like, no. We're winning this game. Then there was the Redskins and Jaguars, which I don't want to talk about. And the fact that the Jaguars' offense has gone worse since they fired their offensive coordinator, Nathaniel Hackett, and benched Blake Bortles. But it's fine. And then there was the Ravens Buccaneers. Lamar played a great game, and they ended up winning that one. So good job there and helping their ways to the playoff. The Vikings turned around and annihilated the Dolphins after the Dolphins' big win and the Vikings' tough loss. The Bears solidified their AFC North title against the Packers, and the Falcons annihilated the Cardinals. No surprise there. The 49ers surprised us in beating the Seahawks. I'm still not quite sure how that happened, but it did. Then the Eagles surprised us by beating the Rams. So 2 big upsets, neither of which I chose. And then finally the game ended off with a Monday night game where the Saints beat the Panthers 12-9 in a real close battle. But lots of thanks to Alvin Kamara for scoring a touchdown there. So that's really all that we have for the recap now. So let's just jump right into it. Right into the predictions. Alrighty. Well, our first game on the list is the Bengals at the Browns. Now, the Bengals team, they may have won last week, but it was against a trash team, so it doesn't really count. And the Browns had a big win on the road, which will really help their efforts in that 1% chance of them making the playoffs. So I'm going to definitely go with the Browns here. They're playing far superior and much better than the Bengals, that is for sure. And Baker's kind of a baller, so he's going to get the win here. Then we have the Jaguars at the Dolphins. The Jaguars, you suck. You freaking suck. And it's very frustrating to not watch your games, because if I watch your games, then I'm going to even get more depressed. But it's also not very exciting when I get notifications that they're winning, and then they lose. So I don't know what to do with you, and it's making me very sad. But you suck, and the Dolphins actually kind of slightly have a chance at the division. So Dolphins. Then we have the Bills at Patriots. Now, Bills, this could be a very nice upset for you. And Patriots, you lost to the Steelers, who lost to the Raiders. Granted, you also lost to some pretty trash teams as well. Like the Jaguars. Look at that. But you should beat the Bills, so you're going to. Then we have the Ravens Chargers. This could be a very good game here. The Ravens, they've been playing really well. The defense has been great. Lamar Jackson's has been great. But this is against a Chargers team who wants the division and wants a good playoff spot. So they're going to go out there and they're going to play their hearts out here, and they're going to beat you. I'm sorry. Then we have the Broncos at Raiders Monday night game. This is going to be fun. The Broncos, please win this game. The Raiders do not deserve to win anymore, and if they do, I'll be very sad and upset. So please win, Broncos. Thank you. Then we have the Giants at Colts. Start off the AFC, NFC games. We've got some good games in these ones, let me tell you. But the Giants, they kind of got steamrolled last week. And the Colts played fantastically, and they are riding high, boys. And Andrew Luck is very upset that he did not make the Pro Bowl. Brady did. He's played trash this year. He just lost to the Steelers, whose secondary is horrible. Okay? So I'm going to go with the Colts here, with some righteous anger going after him. Then we have the Texans at Eagles. This could be a really close game because, first of all, the Texans games are always close. And the Eagles, they have Nick Foles in the last 4 games of the season, which means they're making the playoffs and winning the Super Bowl. So, very close game. But, I can't pick the Eagles because the Texans, they're just too good of a team right now. So I'm going to go with them getting the victory. And then we have the Packers at Jets, our crap fest of the week. That is right, boys and girls. And so we have the Packers, who are kind of trash. They're really quite bad, to be honest here. And then there's Jets, who are also quite bad. But they're home, but I don't think it really matters. The first game that the Packers had without their head coach, Mike McCarthy, they did fairly well. Second game was against a very angry Vikings team. So they couldn't really do much about that. But they're playing the Jets now, and the Jets suck. So, Packers, let's get a dubski. Then we have the Redskins at Titans. The Redskins still have playoff hopes, even though they're literally on their 4th-string quarterback. And then there's the Titans, who have Derrick Henry, which is probably enough to beat any team at this point. Because once he plays the Jaguars, and has 200 yards rushing. There's no stopping him now. So Derrick Henry wins. Then we have our game of the week, the Steelers at Saints. This is either going to be a very good game or a very disappointing game. Because either the Steelers play well on the road, which doesn't often happen, especially this year, or they play well on the road, which could make for a very good game since the Saints are in the Superdome. They are home, which they always play fantastically in. So this is going to be a very good matchup here. But I'm going to go with the Saints from the back. They are at home, and sometimes Steelers play trash when they are away. Then we have the Chiefs at Seahawks, the upset of the week. That is right. The Chiefs, they are at the top of their game, but they just had a tough loss against the Chargers. Seahawks, tough loss against the 49ers, but they are going to be playing hard. They're going to be playing well. Plus, they're at home now, which they always play better when they're in Seattle. So I'm going to go out on a limb here and say Seahawks getting the upset of the week, and that's also going to be another great game. Moving into the NFC, we have the Buccaneers at the Cowboys. Cowboys just got made fun of, basically, on the field last week. But however, they are the home team now. And the Cowboys definitely always play better when they're in Dallas. I'm sorry, Buccaneers, but you played trash last week. And I'm going to have to give the dub to the Cowboys here. Next, we have the Vikings at the Lions. This is a Lions team that's been struggling, and they just lost to a very trash team in the Bills. So Vikings over here want to make sure they keep a high seed in the playoffs and even make it in general. So they're going to be playing hard here and getting the victory as well. Moving on to the Falcons at Panthers. Falcons, kind of bum. You beat the Cardinals by like 30, but it's the Cardinals, so it's not very impressive. Panthers, on the other hand, were able to hold the Saints to 12 points, which is quite impressive. In fact, returning a 2-point conversion back for 2 points, which is pretty cool. So Panthers over here also trying to keep playoff hopes alive, getting the victory in this one. Then we have the Bears at 49ers. Now, the 49ers were just able to beat the Seahawks. But I feel like the Bears are a little better of a team away. And with another game under Trubisky's belt being healthy, it's definitely going to help them out. And they're going to get the victory this one. Then our final game is the Rams at Cardinals. And Rams, if you lose this, big L, okay? This is giant L. Absolute massive L, okay? You start out the season, boom. Hitting dingers, right? Hitting dingers. And then you just, the past couple of weeks, kind of taking some hits. And I'm not liking it, okay? Not liking it. So figure that out. Alright? So I'm definitely going to pick them to win here. But that is all for this week's predictions. Thanks for watching. Let's hit 7 likes. We haven't done that in a while. Let's do that. And as always, adios.